Well, I know I ain't your free bird, and I ain't no simple man. Oh, I'm just another person with a song stuck in my head. Oh, I'm just another idiot with nothing new to say. And I'm hoping that don't matter and you'll like me anyway. Cause I'm trying just to carve a little niche, but I'm up against a big wall, man, and it won't budge an inch. So I'm looking for an answer buried deep within my mind, and every time I find it, it just moves right to the side.
Hidden Jams was filmed with the use of modern green screen technology. All musicians, songs, instruments, furniture, and even Andy are computer generated. Thanks for watching.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Andy Soroka. This is Hidden Jams, and today we are hanging out with Daniel Wafer in Camden, New York. And we're going to hear his song, One Way Ticket. Alright guys, stay tuned. Hope you dig it.
You know they always say to yourself, be true when I ain't in love with you. And I've been hoping that you'd understand. I've got all this precious time. Baby, you're divine, but I can see that you've been falling for another man. You fell in love with the bad man, baby, called him my name. Over heart-shaped lines of cheap cocaine. He's been kissing my girl and smoking out my weed. He's got a couple heads and a mouth to feed. I said, oh my God, oh my Lord, am I the only one trying to save my soul? Save my soul. You say that you love me, say that you care, but when the tax man comes, the money ain't there. And now I think it's time to say goodbye. Ain't as sure as I'll be singing my songs, I'll be missing you when you're gone. But now I think it's time that we said so long, because you fell in love with a bad man, baby, called him my name. Over heart-shaped lines of cheap cocaine. He's been kissing my girls and smoking out my weed. He got a couple heads and a mouth to feed. I said, oh my God, oh my Lord, am I the only one trying to save my soul? Save my soul. Fell in love with the bad man. I'm sorry to say you got a one-way ticket on a southbound train. Move along, little girl, make your way. You can visit anytime, but you just can't stay. Oh my God, oh my Lord, am I the only one that's trying to save my soul? Pull your number and walk to the road. I got all of these problems, ain't one on the dance floor. Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
There's an interview coming up. Thanks for watching.
What's going on, guys? We are back, and we are hanging with Daniel Wafer, and we're going to play a little Hidden Jams Jenga. All right, my friend, you know the rules. You guys know the rules. We'll start this off. You go first.
All right.
Let's see here. The first block is always...
Yeah.
You got to...
I'm looking. I feel like this.
Nice. Right off the bat.
Ooh. What would you ask Elvis if you met? What would I ask Elvis?
King of rock and roll. If he walked in right now.
How'd he really learn those dance moves?
Nice.
You
Those devil gyrations.
Exactly.
Those devils.
I mean, we've all seen Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, Daniel. I want your best Christopher Walken impression. Not to put you on the spot.
If you mess with my man, I'm gonna have to stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Nice. I'm so glad you didn't do the more cowbell one because we've got now in a bunch. So
see, I'm before anything else, I was a percussionist, so I've heard anything drum wise. Like
yeah.
It's like what do you call somebody that hangs out with a bunch of musicians? A drummer.
Nice. All right,
Let's see
Dieter.
here. What album would you bring to a deserted island?
Assuming you could listen to it.
I would say I'm not sure the name of the album,
Yep.
but it was the album that Robert Plant and Alison Krauss made together.
Oh, okay.
It is they made I forget what it's called, but Robert and Alison made an album together that is I'd pinpoint that as, in my opinion, my favorite.
Nice. I'm gonna check that out because I definitely have never heard that one.
It's amazing because Robert, I think it was I don't know, I don't have all the facts on it, but I think he primarily wrote and produced it, but he was very willing to take the back seat to Allison on it. And
Oh, that's cool.
It is the tastiest.
You got a favorite meme right now?
Oh man,
There's so many good ones.
my snap. Actually, I'm gonna say my favorite meme was created by my sound engineer Doug.
Nice.
Hi Doug. He and I, we actually, short digression, we, because of living situation stuff, wound up setting up to record at the Red Roof Inn. Because I could have my dog there, and they really don't. It's kind of no holds barred there.
Oh, nice.
So we set up our recording setup at the Red Roof Inn, and one of the nights that we were there, he had a friend over, and we were all hanging out, and they were partying and stuff, and they were talking about memes, and came up with one as a picture of Kid Rock, and said, "I'm gonna tell my kids this is Melissa Etheridge."
I love those ones. There's so many good ones. The one that I think I've seen one of Hanson, and it was like, I'm gonna tell my kids this was fish.
Dude, I actually, the Hanson thing, I'm not gonna lie, my sisters picked on me so hard because I was like in like third or fourth grade when that happened. And I like wanted to be a drummer, and I was like, yo, that little chick drummer from that Hanson band is sexy.
Oh, that's good.
Hilarious.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. Gotta spare the ego for comedy.
No, yeah.
Alright, what would I do if I won the lottery?
That's a good one.
Well, on a more serious note, I would probably put a lot of money into substance abuse education.
Nice.
And just giving kids opportunities to want to experience art and music, and because there's so many, like, I personally, I grew up as a kid, I grew up on a beef cow farm, when I was young. I grew up, we were harvested cherry trees to sell hardened furniture and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and parents both working, and I had a great family and stuff, but I didn't have necessarily, a lot of opportunities to check out those kinds of things, and it definitely could have, I could have spent a few less years in my life getting involved in nefarious activities had I, had good substance abuse education.
Yeah.
And opportunities musically, because at the end of the day, boredom is really, is what gets, most kids into trouble.
I think we need people like that, man, who are thinking that way, because music and substance abuse, they go hand in hand. So it's.
I know that the most money I ever had was I was probably the worst person I could be when I had the most money.
Yeah.
And so at this point in my life, money is just a means to an end as far as I'm concerned. It's like I can only buy so many instruments.
Yeah.
It's like anytime I have extra money, I'm running to Big Apple, and and picking up a gear, because that's really what I want. So beyond having an amazing in-home studio and all the gear I need, I'd dump it all into philanthropy and
nice,
trying to help the community.
Dude, that's super awesome. That is super awesome. Grab that one. Yeah, we need more thinkers like that, more people like that. That is great. I love this block, and I'm so glad you got it. What do you think the future of music is, dude? Where are we going with this whole thing? Like, what's this trajectory that music is on? Because it is on a strange path right now.
It's widespread information.
Yeah.
Has really changed the course of everything.
Yeah.
I think that musically, I think that it's going to become essentially I think that genrealizing, which is a friend of mine coined that term.
Yeah, that's a great term. Yeah.
I think that it will just become harder and harder to do. As there's so many avenues to create music now. Obviously the digital era.
Yeah.
Has changed everything. You got moving away from instrumentation and all that. But it's it's created a situation where everybody has the opportunity to create in some way or another. It's like even the technically minded people can have a way to create.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen is it's continually going to become more and more instrumental.
Yeah.
And less based around lyrical writing, and which is not what I want. I definitely will be fighting against that, but I think more and more so it's going to become somewhat of a video game situation.
I almost picture like a show and everybody has VR goggles on, and like you guys are in like a space together, but there is another space where things are happening. I see things like that. New instruments that are gonna get made that like we haven't even dreamed of yet. Like
it's definitely well with technology now. Like I just got my first electronic drum kit, and it's just crazy because it's like you can with MIDI and with everything. It's insane what you can do with that, and like the Dead was messing with MIDI and all that long time ago, and I didn't even realize
the beam.
Yeah, exactly, and but it's just it's funny because I'm such a meat and potatoes hands-on person. I've only recently gotten into the technical technology end of music. So it's mind blowing because like I'm just getting into the technology that has already been available for however long.
Yeah, the last 15, 20 years.
Exactly. It's like I do the looping and I use an RC505, but really the RC505 is a hard copy version of a looper, which it's the most advanced that I've found. In the whole basket of all the available technology. but you don't have to have a computer to do that.
Yeah.
Which is what is appealing about it. But to some people, that's like, why are you using a VCR instead of a DVD? But at the end of the day, if I can avoid having a computer on stage, I'd like to. But it's more and more so. Things are obviously moving to the digital era. But I think that in the end, it will evolve.
Yeah.
And I think that there will be a lot of I think there will be a lot more of the duff out there, but through that will come like the cream will rise to the top. There will be a really truly higher echelon of music, I think, will come along because of technology. But I think there's just going to be such an overload of music that is meaningless, essentially.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure.
But I think that the level at which it will go to the bar will be raised.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, those are super good insights, bro.
What is some advice you have for other local musicians? Some of the best advice I have for other local musicians is don't make a job out of it. Like focus on your art, and don't spend all your time trying to play other people's music. You can I've made a career. I only play I play covers, but I only play covers I want to play.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
Push to make the musical gene pool better.
Yeah.
And
I love that. I love
it.
That.
Stop. Just it's like it's one of those things where it's like, and the other thing too is keep, as far as like payment goes, don't. It's not all about the money, but at the same time, like you got to set the standard for every person that decides to go out and play 4-hour nights for pennies. You're ruining the standard for everybody else. It's
you got to value your time and value your own
exactly. You have to set a standard for your time. Because at the end of the day, it's not 4 hours of work. It's sacrifices you make your entire life as a musician.
Absolutely.
It's like I'm not getting, the price I get paid to play. I'm not getting paid just for those hours. I'm getting paid for the sacrifices I've
everything
been making
that led up to that
for
moment.
22 years.
Yeah.
Since I began this journey. So it's and I guess to consolidate it all is just have integrity in your music. Have integrity in your art.
Yeah.
For sure.
Excellent. Hell yeah, dude. Tell me a childhood story, my friend.
Oh boy. So let's see here. There's so many good ones. So my true, I'm the first musician in my family.
Awesome.
Well, my grandmother did play the piano. My mother's mom was played piano. She had an old school organ.
Oh wow.
In the basement of their house, they had like a game room with pool table and all stuff, and they had like the foot pedal style organ. And she played piano, but I'm the first musician by trade in our family, but my first introduction to singing was when I was young. My mother would sing me show tunes. Specifically, the one that will always stick is from Guys and Dolls. I dreamed last night I was on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and then I looked, I heard someone screaming, the passengers, they knew right from wrong. I remember her teaching me words because I didn't understand them.
Yeah.
What's a lapel? By the sharp lapels of your checkered coat. I'm like, what's a lapel?
Nice.
But yeah, so,
learning through show tunes.
and it was cool because in high school I was a band officer the majority of my time while I was there, and very involved in music, and I wound up as a percussionist doing Guys and Dolls for one of the musical performances while I was there, so that was cool. It definitely is good memories.
Hell yeah. That's a good one. Daniel, where do you write your best material?
Where?
Yeah.
Adirondack Mountains.
Nice. Oh man,
Yeah. It's the
love
best.
that answer.
It's the best place for woodshedding.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I've written a lot of good material while I was up there, and it's always generally right in that golden hour. Right about time the sun's coming up. Get real righteous about 4:30 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I like that. I like that a lot.
Talk about your favorite instrument.
Nice.
Ooh, I love playing the bass, man. I was fortunate enough when I was young to have good rearing from my teachers in school. And when I was in 7th grade, I had an orchestra teacher named Chris Jevons, who he taught at our school. Did classical instruments, obviously stand-up bass and other. He was the orchestra director. He would allow me to come to his room when he was rehearsing after school. Sometimes, I'd stay late, and he would have rehearsals with his band.
Yeah.
That he played with.
Like a rock band type thing.
Well, at the time, it was like jam music and stuff like
Oh,
that.
hell
And
yeah.
it was before I had any concept of what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I remember him comparing it back then to G Love and the Special Sauce.
Nice.
But he also played 6-string, slap and whatnot. And so he taught me some fundamentals back then. And back then, I was a drummer already, and I'd started to learn the guitar. And he just gave me some fundamental exercises that taught me how to play slap. And then years later, I got the opportunity to play bass for a band that was at the time called The Punch, which was with our mutual friend Kyle.
Dumas, yeah.
Yep. And they needed a bassist, and I was like, cool, it's a good fun project, and basically I was like, oh man, after I was always a drummer, so I always had everybody's instruments at the house. I had a guitar and whatnot, but there was always a bass around for me to play, so I was like, I could pretty much play the bass, and I got in the band. I was like, oh,
All right, here we go.
master of Django.
Oh, I played a lot of Django this season. What was the name of the first band you were in?
I was 14 in high school, and I started a band with I was a freshman, and she was the person who I said, let's start a band together. Her name was Caitlin Contact, Kontak, and I was like, let's call it Contact Buzz.
Nice.
But it's Kontak, like her last name.
Yeah.
Contact Buzz. And it was funny because we did our first event was like a packed auditorium in the Camden High School.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we were like the headliners. And my first show was to like 800, 1,000 people or whatever it was. An entire packed auditorium. I don't know if that's actually the number, but I'd imagine probably about 800 people.
Yeah.
And it was that packed house, and we were the headliner of it. And for they had a battle of the bands at the Camden High School, but it was only for the 4 years that I was there, because I was the one that pushed and was like, we're gonna make it. And it was never actually a competition; it was more like a showcase.
Yeah.
But I was like, in high school, I'm like, we have all these resources. Why wouldn't I? So I definitely, as a youngster, got the opportunity.
That's alright. She spun a little bit. That's good.
I don't mind them when they're spun.
Yeah, no.
Biggie or Tupac? I'm gonna turn this around. Which do you think?
I'm gonna say Biggie.
I love it when they call me Big Papa.
Yeah.
I love Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
As much as, and like I produce so many different types of music, and I definitely am heavy on hip hop.
Nice.
Because in my roots, I'm a drummer.
Yeah.
So it's like I love beats, and Biggie was the man, and especially for me, like as like when I was young, I got picked on at school when I was chubby and stuff, all that, and I got to middle school and I was like, I'm done with that. I was like, I don't care. I'm not gonna ever let it hold me back.
People who own it, dude, own
exactly.
it.
You gotta own it. You gotta. It's all about the swagger, and that was Biggie. Biggie was the man. He had that swagger, and
yes, he did.
It was like there's only one Biggie. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And if you don't know, now you know.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh man, I love doing hip hop guitar. That one just got to go back on top. I love doing hip hop guitar. I've always
That's something I haven't delved into. I'm more on the beats and the bass lines.
Oh,
personally.
I have been lending my guitar to hip hop for many years, and it's
Awesome.
It's a really.
Well, I
good
definitely
time.
look forward to our future collaboration.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You got an after show ritual?
I generally tend to drive with no music on. I like silence.
I do the same after a show, dude. Are classical. That is like when and. Sometimes I'm in a car and everybody is like, I'm the driver and everybody's like, and I love like putting on classical and like getting them to go to sleep.
Yep.
And you know, I've got like a 2-hour drive back and it's like, I just want silence. I've heard enough.
Well, it's a come down.
Yes.
A come down. You know, like you've been sky high doing that. And at the end of the night, I'm at that point of the night, I'm ready to, sometimes I want to go and rage and have the late night party, but for the most part, I just want to settle it down and either get to the next town or whatever, and just chill.
Yeah, dude, that is awesome.
It's like I very rarely listen to music after a show.
It's funny because I am the same way. You really find someone who's like that too. So
it's like I get very very not very uncomfortable, but I have trouble reacting to being complimented and people talk. It's like. A lot of times people think I'm rude because I'll just be like, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's very short with it. And generally what I do to derail, the people stroking my ego or whatever you want to call it, is to be like, you got any pets? I'm like, I won't remember your name, but I'll remember your dog's name.
Nice.
So I generally, it's like I would rather get to know the people that are checking out than sit there and talk about, talk about what I just did for,
That's awesome. I like that.
Do you think music theory is important? I absolutely do. But I feel that I'm living proof that is not necessary.
Yeah.
I do have education in music theory, but I have essentially done my best to avoid using it to accomplish where I'm at. I really only learned lead guitar. Obviously I'm always going to be learning.
Yeah.
There's never a point where I'm going to feel that I know something completely. But I never once really I never once looked at a single thing as far as learning it. I just if it's one of those things, if you have the ability to recognize tone and pitch, then your body will eventually stop making. If you just keep playing enough, your body will naturally stop hitting wrong notes.
Yeah.
And it's all just a muscle memory thing.
Yep.
So but it's that's that difference. Like me personally, I learn from trial and error, which has been
same.
I always got to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But it's what works for me. Some people can read a manual and know it. Me, I have to sit there and twiddle the entire thing and figure it out.
Yeah.
But music theory is definitely important. Without it, we wouldn't have a structure. It wouldn't, there has to be some structure to it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not. It's definitely not necessary.
Yeah.
Nice work.
What cartoon character do you think would make the best rapper?
The best rapper.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Now I got to think about this one for a second.
Yeah.
Best rapper. I love cartoons too.
I think the alien from American Dad would make a pretty good rapper.
Yeah, definitely.
There's probably
That's
a
a
scene
good
where
one.
he does rap.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's got to be. That's a tough one. I guess I got to go with Cartman.
Nice.
Yeah, Cartman.
Oh,
for
hell
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rude boy rap, kind of,
Definitely.
I can see it.
South Park is in my opinion, is a gift from the gods. They
Respect
really,
my authority.
Exactly. Can't top it. How many bands have you been in? Okay, wow. All right. So I guess I'll list them off.
Yeah.
Contact Buzz was my first.
Nice.
I did have a garage. We never played a show, so I'm not gonna count that one.
Okay, that's fair.
Then next was, we called ourselves 3RV,
Nice.
which was 3 rock stars and a virgin. And that was I was 17 years old, and we recorded our first studio album. It was my first studio album. We recorded it. I was like 17 years old. We recorded at a place called Evolution Studios, which was in Franklin Square down in Utica at the time.
Okay, yeah.
A guy named Tony Torres. He was in.
Oh yeah, dude. I took lessons from Tony for a brief time period.
Yeah, we banged it out in one day, but I was like 17 years old. I wrote and essentially produced all the music myself, and then had a band of guys. But I still have some of the pictures and stuff from us being in the studio there.
Nice.
Pretty cool experience. And like Morgan Rose from Seven Dust was recording there the week after.
Oh wow.
Well, so anyways, as I digress, so the Contact Bus 3RV. Then I started my first like heavy metal band. That was called Beautiful Severance.
Nice.
I had to get into that whole.
Oh yeah.
I had hair down to there, and hated hippies, which is ironic now.
No, I'm actually not a hippie at all. But
well, and that was derailed when I went to my first music festival while I was playing in that band, and I went to my first music festival instead of going to see Death Clock and Agent Orange, and then the instance where I wound up quitting that band was because I decided to stay at the Gathering of the Vibes instead of going home to play like one of those like stupid, we're gonna go and set up this show at in Schuyler, and there's going to be more people in our band than at the show, and I was like, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back. George Clinton's going on tonight.
Nice.
And that was the last of me being in that band, and then and at that point I'd been playing guitar and singing and stuff, and I actually, the next band then before I went back to the drums with the father of my nephew Gabriel, who was somebody who was the first. He dated my sister when I was in middle school, and he was in a band, and that was the first time I saw a band perform live. Was his band?
Oh, nice.
And I went to see them out at this country honky tonk bar up in Osceola, and it was the first time I heard Rippin' lead guitar, and I heard play like "Sweet Child of Mine" on the guitar and stuff and I went and listened to them that night and was just like, that's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
And so later in life, after the two of them had separated and whatnot, he had a band still going called Sons of the Queen. He and two acoustics and a keys player. There's Nate Skinner, Jeremy Petrie, and Andy Box. And I was like, you guys should consider having a drummer. And we played together for a few years, and that was, that's where I really learned to sing harmony.
Oh, nice.
And really, taught me a lot. So that was a fun project, and that was called Sons of the Queen, based around the Queen Village, which is Camden, New York.
Okay.
Where we're all from. So that was a good time, and they were the band I was going to see at the first music festival that I went to.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Which was up in Pulaski, put on by a guy named Scotty Warford, who was the main festival promoter in this area. Put on underground festivals for a long time. Also had like an underground paper. He's still out there. He's still out there on tour, cooking food and doing his thing at the Groove Link Cafe.
Hell yeah.
But that was that band, and then from there. Oh man! So then I started.
So that's 5, right?
That's 4.
Okay.
And then Project Weather Machine, which started with Kyle Dumas.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle.
And then following that was Universal Transit. So there's 6. And then after Universal Transit, I want to say the next thing I did was a duo where I performed with. A fiddle player named Liz Friedel.
Yeah.
Liz Simchick.
Hell yeah, Liz is awesome.
Yep. Awesome artist. And she and I had a duo going. We called Beautiful and Broke because she's pretty and I was broke as fuck. And she and I had that going for about a year or so, and then I left and went out to I went down south. Played in a band called Big Logic and the Truth Serum. So there's 8.
Nice.
I played drums down there for a while. Came back from there. Came home. Went out to Colorado and played in a 3-piece called Bonnie and the Riff Raff.
Nice.
Which was myself on acoustic and one of the members of Universal Transit and our dear friend Bonnie Culpepper, who's an amazing artist.
Hell yeah.
So we had Bonnie and the Riff Raff, and then I came back and started focusing mostly on solo stuff. But then the most recent duo that I had was called Dollars to Dirt, which was
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen bits of that one.
Yeah, and that was with my my partner Alyssa Cool.
Nice.
Who she's also a singer songwriter and great artist and musician. And then now it's just Wafer music.
Nice.
So I guess that's 9.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty good. That's a good list right there. Hell yeah, man.
MTV or VH1? Ooh,
It's tough. It's tough.
well, man, I guess in terms of the most influence, I'll say MTV.
Yeah.
But in terms of musical integrity, I'm gonna say VH1.
Nice. Nice. Well, behind the music, pop-up video, they had some good stuff. I miss M2 though. I really miss M2.
Yeah, where they actually played music videos.
Oh yeah.
I have a rap where I reference MTV in there.
Oh nice.
So back when music television, before music television turned to Pregnant Teens and Pauly D.
Nice. Well, we kind of talked about this, but what was the first concert you ever went to? What was the last concert you've been to?
Oh wow! So my first concert was with my sister and her then boyfriend, the guy that I talked about, who I started the band with later on, Nate Skinner.
Yep.
We went to Godsmack at the Utica Auditorium, and it would have been, I was in 7th grade.
Nice.
So that would have been, God, I don't know. I guess I don't know what year now off the top of my head. But yeah, Godsmack, Stained, Cold, and Systematic. How do you roast your marshmallow?
Nice. These are important questions.
I'm going to take the low road on that one and say that I don't do that.
No?
I
Not
don't.
a sweets guy?
I like sweets. I just, for whatever reason, I never dug s'mores.
Oh,
and
okay.
I never really got down with the roasted marshmallows.
Damn,
I've had people flip on me over it.
Yeah, I could see that. I could
cannot believe it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
How do you not like?
I'm like, I don't like s'mores. I'm like,
Oh, that's awesome. So who are some of your big influences?
oh man, my biggest songwriting influence, like as a youngster, was Bradley Knoll, for sure.
Awesome.
I loved how he just, he didn't follow he didn't just follow the line.
I would love to see what he would be doing these days. Oh,
It's such a tragedy that
yeah,
we lost
really,
him.
really, really.
Like I said, a lot of influences along the way. Aaron Lewis and Stained. Obviously, as I got older, the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead, especially Jerry Garcia Band. I love Jerry Garcia Band. It's such a vast thing, but I'd say my biggest influence and that really pushed me to become a songwriter and to do my own thing was Bradley Knoll.
Ah, man, rest in peace, man. I absolutely love that answer because that's super kindred.
And it's also a big motivation for why I want to use my music to help to benefit people to just stop just saying don't do drugs and start educating kids to why.
Yeah.
And how to make good decisions rather, because it's like there's just so many so many huge influences of mine have been lost to drugs. Chris Farley, Bradley Nolan, like throughout the past few
Shannon
years. Shannon Hoon, and like throughout the most recent years, Tom Petty, Prince.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's sad time, for a sad time we live in for how how much of that occurs, and
Yeah.
it's definitely it's definitely something that people need to band together to realize, like, obviously what we did for so long didn't isn't working.
Yeah. I like that. I love that answer, man.
What kind of cult would you run? The Church of LSD.
Nice. I like that. I like that. Shout out to Dewey for giving us the suggestion on this block.
That's a good one.
Daniel, make up a rock star name in 5 seconds. Go.
Oh, Captain No Fucks.
Yes, Captain No Fucks.
Yes.
Riding the high seas of
of nay fuckery.
name fuckery.
Good stuff.
Nice, nice. Oh, there you go.
Got it.
Like a pro.
What is your favorite instrument brand? Drum Workshop, because it's my initials.
Oh, nice. Excellent. I like that. The DW.
And Darkwing Duck.
Oh, dude, I love
Which is one of my my personas. It's my electronica persona.
Oh, nice. I have all of Darkwing Duck on DVD.
Awesome.
I love, and I have all of DuckTales, and I have
Awesome.
all Tailspin. I'm like,
Good
what's
stuff.
your favorite animal?
My favorite animal? My dog, Sergi.
Nice. I met him today. He's an awesome dog.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he is.
I love dogs. The dogs, what's great about them is they are the only, animals in general, but dogs are actually honest
Yeah.
and actually capable of unconditional love.
Yeah. It's awesome. I love the meme that's like the dude holding a puppy and is like, she'll shit on your floor, but she won't shit on your heart.
It's like lock your girlfriend and your dog in a trunk and then open it up and see which one's happy to see you when they come out.
That's awesome. Whew. Surgical.
Trumpet or sax? Sax.
Nice. That's smooth.
All day.
Saxophone.
All day. It's got the stank on it.
How clean is your car right now?
Well, I am currently immobile, so I'm gonna say squeaky clean.
Yeah, that sounds pretty squeaky clean.
I'm not gonna say immobile, but
Yeah. Sans
I live by
vehicle.
Yeah. Thank you to that 200-pound buck.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Do you get the meat from it at least?
dude. Somebody picked that. It was 5 in the morning. Somebody picked that deer up within 10 minutes.
I believe it.
I was blown away.
Believe it.
Welcome to Camden, New York.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. That's good eating right there. Oh!
Game over.
Dude, Daniel Wafer, thank you so much. You got any
Thank you.
shout outs? Anything that you want to say to somebody? Any musical things that you want to promote? This will be out.
Well, I've got an acoustic album coming out in March, which obviously is going to be airing after that. But I guess check me out on Wafer Music on YouTube, Daniel Wafer on Facebook, so wafermusic.com, and check it out. Like keep in touch online. I'm always down to connect with fans and make new friends, and I guess big shout out to my best friend Tyler Banks, who is a big part of why I'm still on this earth, and he sadly left us in a car crash recently. So, everything I do is with the love missing that kid. So everything I do goes out to that kid.
Awesome.
Love you, Tyler.
Hell yeah. Daniel Wafer is the dude. You guys are going to find links to all his music in the comments and in the descriptions. Make sure you check it out. And this has been an awesome season. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed Hidden Jams. By the time you're seeing this one, I promise you that we are already working on season 3 and beyond. So I really, really appreciate all the love and support. I hope you guys have followed all these awesome musicians, all these awesome artists, and people who not necessarily are artists, but people who are around this whole circle community that we have. So thank you so much for checking out Hidden Jams. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll be back for season 3 soon. Fade out.
Thanks a lot.
It takes a lot of courage to get through the hard times. Takes a lot of practice to sharpen out blurred lines. Takes a lot of things that you'll never say, but for all the words that make it, they will carry their weight. It takes a lot of moments that you need to make right. It takes a lot of long days, a whole lot of long nights. It takes a lot of dreams that you'll never see, but for all the dreams that take, you'll find the one that you need.
Wow, that show was bananas!